up on YouTube. Okay, we should be live on YouTube now. Wow, bad cop streaming during the day? That's crazy. But okay, so we are live on YouTube now. Here is our plan for the day. We're making great progress, but we have two major issues to figure out. When marking a lens result as red, it doesn't update the counts as it should. But this only happens when we don't have a platform filter set, which is weird. So that's blowing my mind. And then also, like, if we do have a platform filter set and we mark something as red, the numbers update as they should and they stay that way. But without the filter, they don't. So there's something weird going on. And then the next thing we got to fix is we're not stopping processing. So we can start the processing and click run, but we're not stopping it properly. And I want to figure out why. And then if we can figure those two things out, then we can get to the lens creation phase where we show the 10 most recent keyword match events and allow the user to like test their filter based on it. So yeah, that's our plan. Let's just get to it. Toasty! And what's up, WebDev2? How you doing? All right. So, before I get too deep into things, I do need to get some fresh water. So let me just go grab my jug. Alrighty, got my fresh water. Should be good. Okay. So yeah, how's everyone doing today? Let me pour my water. There you go, Captain Chica. Well, I mean, if the haystack's too big, the chances of poking yourself on the needle are pretty low. All right, so let's reproduce the issue. Oh, and hold on. I think one thing we were in the middle of was setting the active lens based upon lens ID in the URL. Looks like we're good with that now. Except here, we set it to null. Setting it to null is a little strange. That's not how non-zero probability chances work. It's like saying if you play the lottery often enough, you're bound to win eventually. No, that's not how they work, Captain Chica. No, that's not how they work because you're ignoring a key part of the equation, which is how long you have to be able to do it. It is not a question of when, it's still a question of if because you're not on an infinite timeline. Time is undefined. Time is an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so. But it still has a definition. And what's up, Mr. Mister? How you doing? All right, so the part where we are setting the new lens. Right here where we're setting lens ID to null. Actually, I do think we want to do this. Because I think that still ends up working. All right, so we set that. We turn it off. Except it doesn't deactivate now. That should do it. All right, so then, yes. Boom. Boom. Okay. It does feel like more than 46 things. Nah, it's probably the right number. All right, 12. 7 is 19. 46. Yep. So, yeah, that seems right to me. But then it's as we try and mark it as red. Now, we updated it. For some reason, we have this duplicated now. So here's the craziest part to me. We mark it as red, and it's no longer in our list, but our totals are no longer accurate. Oh, but now it works. Here's the thing, though. Like, the events are actually being marked as red because they're not showing up in our results here. So it's just something about how we're counting the total. So that one stays 19 and 8. So that one's working. So it's just our absolute totals, and it didn't update this, or maybe it did. It might have been at 39. So the reason this is getting out of sync, we were doing just a refetch of the totals to get these numbers and make sure they were like totally accurate. But instead, I just decided to hack it and modify the values in place, right? Like, optimistic update style. What we were saying before is even if we hid the item by marking it as red, we would fetch and this number would come back. So it would be right back to our 36 and 10. So I want to see what happens as we start getting lower into here. That doesn't look anywhere close to 7 being left over. And that looks like way more than 20. Right, like that's 10. That's 20. And we've got easily double that left. So the way we're fetching results should be giving us numbers. We should be able to verify these numbers. So here we see 64 things coming back as results. Let's just refresh just to verify. All right. We're not taking the read and unread state into our query, I think. So that would be maybe part of it. So let's go look at here again. I think it's to do with this. Yeah. So we definitely want that. Let me get more music going. Yeah, it's a good album. All right, so that's still that. Oh. 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 Because result. We're not passing result. That looks like 19 to me. Okay, so we're not done there, though. So yeah, we do this. But then when we're changing that. So I think that fixed our issue and why those numbers didn't seem right. So then if I go mark as red, we see 1828. I refresh, and we see 1828. That was the issue. So fetching by platform was actually a different method, and it looks like platform was doing that part correctly. We had keyword result true in that. So that's the part we were missing. So yeah, I think I want to put this back in here. Because those joins should not be any different. And we should get the exact same results now. Yeah. Okay. So that was it. I wasn't filtering on result being true, and that was our issue. And I should have just looked at the results better, and I would have noticed that immediately. So that's on me. Wait, how do I still have Super Maven even installed? Let's get rid of that. Uninstall. Oh, I had to restart VS Code to update? Oh. I didn't actually want to close my VS Code windows. Unless they were saying I needed to like restart my computer, which I've never seen VS Code need. Yeah, okay. And I had a lot of these open, didn't I? All right, so NPM version stats. I think we can close that one. We'll leave that for now. Okay. So we're ordering by posted at there. Yep. We needed that for both. Hey, Da Vinci. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate you. Okay, so that fixes that. Now we've just got an issue with the read unread stuff. Mm. We are kind of hard coding this part. So it's in how we're doing the link. All right, so that should switch us between just fine. Okay, cool. So yeah, we fixed it. That was our bug. Awesome. That was actually simpler for that part than I was expecting. All right, so with that part fixed, and yeah, this LOL we don't need anymore. Well, that's a cool emote, Mr. Mister. I like that one. You don't even remember when you got it? Yeah, limited time only. Yeah, I don't know. All right, and marking stuff as read versus unread. Those two things work too. So yeah, I'd say, all right, that part of our today command is done. I was expecting it to be a little trickier. What was the other part? Oh, we can't stop things. Yeah. So why is our stop not actually working here in lens status? So we prompt to open the dialog, or we open the dialog and prompt them for the download. Otherwise, we start processing. What's up, Jelly Bean? How you doing? Welcome. And what's up, Alex? How you doing? Okay, so we do see stop processing here. So this button, or that dialog, will never even be there. So that's fine. So then, yeah, stop processing. And what's up? How you doing, Gawkin? Right, so we process the item. So process Q kicks into here. Hmm. So yeah, stop processing doesn't have any way of jumping into the middle of this. You would say living the dream, but you don't know whose dream. Ooh, touche. Yeah, okay. So I get it. So what we actually need to start doing yes, this is trickier. What we need is, instead of this loop in here, we need something that on a timer pops the thing off the list based on if we're processing. So it's actually just an interval that runs in here rather than this process queue callback. But doing it based on an interval is trickier. Yeah, so this is a bad stoppable queue abstraction. So here's the thing. If we do it based on a timer, the thing could still be going. I feel like an interval of every 1 second just checking if it's time for a new item would actually be kind of fine. But then there's other state that we got to maintain. Okay, so what I want to do for the front end and back end is commit what we've got as changes now, because this is still just kind of like a work in progress thing. Oop. All right, so we got that pushed. For dev, yeah. All right, so server's back up. The part we want to fix now is start and stop logic. I just wanted something I could like discard if I hated it. So I'm going to comment out this whole damn thing. All right, so that's at least like the extremely naive version of it. Every second we're going to do this, but we've got is processing, but const is, maybe it's is processing current item. And instead of state, there we go, that was it. All right, so let's try this again. All right, we get to downloading. All right, and it's properly stoppable now. Sweet. And as we navigate away from the page, that use effect should fire and clean up after everything too. So yeah, I think perfect. Let's double check that. Cool. Hot damn. All right. So yeah, we fixed those two issues. Then I just want to make this configurable just in case. No, not the download. The download I think is trickier. But the processing is stoppable now. So that's a slightly separate thing. I think there's a couple more things we need to then go and do. So we're almost done. What I want to do here, though, is we're going to commit that change. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, so we got that fixed. So then the part that we care about this is the process item function. Get to catch me doing a thing after work at 5 your time Friday. Oh, yeah, the Jason Torres thing. Yep. Yeah, so on lens result here. This needs to go through and update like these totals. So then that happens up on the events page. All right, so this is already getting kind of gross. This is the third time we've copied this chunk now. It's a vent or lens result. So this would be event or lens result dot let. Hold on. Let me get more music going. I know music stops at serious stuff now. No. Okay, so we've got this function, increment totals. Okay, so now when we run this, we should see our totals updating too as they add. Right, and they're going to be unread no matter what. All right, so we hit stop. Should be able to hit refresh. Yeah, all right, cool. So our totals here are updating as these values are updating. Sweet. All right. We just knocked out a bunch of features and fixes. All right, so hold on. What'd we fail? Oh, on stop is declared but not used. All right, cool. So we'll push that up. This is a good album so far. I feel like we haven't listened to it in a while. Hold on, where am I even going tonight? Bellevue Brewing? Oh, interesting. It's on that side. It's like in a warehouse area. Huh. Yeah, it's easy enough to get there. All right, so shit, we pushed it up already. I did not add it to the commit though, because yeah, we added routes. Yep, I meant to add the other thing. All right, so our next step then is I want to think about the process of editing We're also not tracking the last run date. We should do that first. Yeah, because we're not tracking like the edit process. Yeah, okay. We do need to track the last run value. I was just thinking if it was a temporary value anyway, but no. And there's going to be pending events for everything as well. Yeah. All right. So we'll update the last run date. I'm also thinking, as far as pending events go, this should go down as that's happening. I was thinking about half-assing it, but that's not the right way to go. I'm just going to disable Copilot. All right. And oh, what's up, Bonko? Yeah. Yeah, Merry Christmas to yourself as well. I forget what chat I was hanging out in where I saw you yesterday. I was like lurking. Yeah, it was Bad Cop. That was it. Yep. I'm guessing Bad Cop just finished up for the day. Saw they were on earlier. Yeah, Bad Cop's great. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see. So, yeah. This does break route level data fetching. It's not a dialogue. So what's new with me? Hope I didn't get any of that awful weather that has been going around in BC. Oh, no, it's really bad. Hold on. Let me show you this Reddit thing. All right, so this is over on the east side where that much damage happened. This is up closer to Stevens Pass. Yep. They blocked access from Alberta? Oh, shit. Someone was recommending I go to Banff. Am I even going to make it to Banff? So what you're saying is Banff is going off right now, huh? Wait, there's snow up there right now. 32 to 61 inches of snow through next Monday. Holy shit. Flood warnings in Oregon right now? Yeah. Yeah, this sucks. Like, we're just now getting snow, but there's no one around to ride it. Wait, what did they do to ski check? Did they move ski check? That's weird. Anyway. $186 car pileup on Highway 2 yesterday going north from Calgary. Oh, that's funny. It's Highway 2 to get to Stevens Pass, too. That's funny. Hey, what's up, Lithium? Thanks for the sub. Oh, that was weird. Yeah. Showed me a notification that wasn't actually what I thought it was. Okay, how's the journey going? It's going pretty good. We're doing just like little like fine-tuning things to make sure this page feels like a good experience. I would say we're almost done. I need to maybe disable this run button when you're maxed out on processing events. I need to update this as we process events, and we need to update the last run date. So that's, you know, a little bit of a process, kind of getting in the way of the stuff we actually want to do. But I think it'll be worth it. I'm a little bummed that we put in the effort for WebLLM when I'm going to think that we're going to end up gutting WebLLM pretty soon. It's just too big of a download for not as good of results. We can still get it into the hands of some users just to see how they feel about it. But, yeah, I don't know. It's getting tricky. Came here to see how WebLLM is doing. I think it would just work for better things. I would say in the future, it's a better and better option, but some of like the best models aren't even available yet. Like, I think, let's look at the list again. Let's go to their actual chat. Nope, not what I was looking for. Here we go. So if we look at the list of models, right, like we don't even get Gemma 3. And I think Gemma 3 might be pretty decent. Qwen 3 still ranks pretty highly, but like it ranks pretty highly in a bunch of stuff we've seen. It's just when you get down to like this size, it's really just not that good. And it's not very fast. And we did some number crunching, and really, like, it's not going to break the bank as long as I have good protections to prevent abuse. You know, like, we're not going to let free tier users do lenses. Sure, that'll cut out a whole bunch of abuse. For people that are paying me, how do I prevent them from overusing what they do? And yeah, that's going to be a bit trickier. Right? What do we consider abuse versus someone just like iterating pretty heavily? So yeah, like if I am going to open it up to a thing that's going to cost me money per invocation, I got to think about what that looks like. I think WebLLM is still powerful for certain use cases. I just don't know what those are yet. I think as models improve, though, it'll become more and more viable, right? Like what they really, really need is a way of making it easier for people to build their own models that could be used in WebLLM. I think that could be really powerful. Because then you could probably build much smaller models just based on like your own documentation or something. But yeah, I just don't know if we're there yet. Because yeah, the size of some of these models is definitely prohibitive. Once you're looking at like 5 gigs for a model that runs not that fast and still has somewhat questionable results, it's just not ideal. Not LLM models, but there is Nano GPT by Karpathy. So it's something to consider. I don't know if it's like fully the way to go yet, but I think once this is more and more viable, then so is the idea of training your own custom models for very specific things. And that was even something the Hugging Face guy said somewhat recently in an interview, right? Are we in an AI bubble? Maybe, but we're definitely in a large language model bubble. And his prediction is that we're going to start focusing on smaller language models. All right, if the cost to train one of these up is $100, that's really, really not bad. You know. Now, it adds up quick if you're trying to iterate and you're changing stuff all the time. So this downloads and tokenizes the Open Web Text dataset. and it's not even there. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe something is not quite as good. There are docs here at least. So it's 28 gigs compressed. So it does take a bit of stuff, right? But you could do open web text here and then add your docs. But I'm wondering if you could even like fine tune, like, do you need all of open web text? Maybe not. Okay. So this might not even be the best, like, data context. I don't know. I haven't tried training one of these yet. But yeah, basically, theoretically, you could reproduce GPT-2 with open web text. I don't know. I haven't done any of this, so I don't know about the real viability, but I do think there is some value eventually. So yeah, theoretically, fine-tuning is no different than training. You just make sure to initialize from a pre-trained model and then train with the smaller learning rate. So theoretically, you could take an existing model and then just fine-tune it. Especially the more open models, could you create your own fine-tuned and then further quantized version of Qwen 3? Yeah, probably. And I'd love to fiddle with this more at some point. Dumping things into context windows? Yeah, theoretically, but I don't know. Maybe eventually. I don't know if it's there yet. It'd be cool to try this, though. Oh, so there's a new one, Nano Chat, not Nano GPT. Here we go. So this model has 1.9 billion parameters. So yeah, Nano GPT, I guess, is old. Nano Chat is the new thing. Trained on 38 billion tokens by simply running the single script run 1000, and the total cost of training was about 33 hours time on 8 H100 GPU nodes. Extrapolate that to what I could run here at home, and it would take like a month, which is fine. While today this is enough to beat GPT-2, it's dramatically short of large language models, right? So yeah, training your own GPT-2 grade model, right? And at 1.9 billion params, that's really not very big, right? So if it's 1.9 billion here, That's most likely somewhere in the 1 gigabyte size, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, seems pretty cool. I haven't done anything with it myself, but I'd like to mess with it eventually. Like, could I just kick it off while I'm out traveling or something? I think so. But okay, so let's get back to the part that we care about. I think because we were just dealing with totals, updating totals for what we were just doing should be fairly straightforward. That's going to happen on the events page. Here we go. Damn, I think it one-shot that. All right, let's refresh because we weren't accurate there. So now what we want to do, right, we do this, we click run, and now it should be going up. They're slightly out of sync. I feel like I'm okay with that. Yeah, because this is just the event that we're on. It's not finished until we're on this one. Okay. Yeah, all right, so that part works. So now we want to set the date that it was run on. Let's pour some more water. I think we can get rid of that log. And what's up, Todd? Mr. Sir? I did want to disable this. Finishing up some dashboard work in the app you're building. Nice. All right, so our progress bar is not updating based on the color value we're passing, which is kind of annoying. Hmm. All right, so then instead of green, what is BG green evaluating to? Yeah, all right. So yeah, then updating the run date. That is something we need to update on the back end. Let's look at the lens controller. Okay. Wait, how is that pending value actually accurate? Oh. Yeah, because we're fetching events. Yep. So that's our issue. So yeah, then we need this exact same thing. In the show. Oh, and actually for this one, it's just after we create it, it's the total amount of events anyway. Oh, right. Yes, we don't even care about that. No matter what, it's the event's length. Yeah, because we're doing the update, and we delete all the lens results, so it goes back to 0, so it's just the length of events anyway. Okay. So that makes sense. All right, so we do that part. And then, yeah, last run date is actually something that will come into the update. Oh. We don't actually want to do this in the same method. Yep, never mind. Never mind. And honestly, yeah, we don't need that either. Because, like, why let the front end send us the value when the run date's actually just whenever you hit us? So we do want to do this part, remove those lens results. But after this, so I just want to update this. We do need the value to come back. So it is going to be a keyword lens response. Okay, so then in here, right, we've got update. That's also write permission. Okay, so then yeah, this seems right to me. This is not, though. And hold on. We've got the show endpoint. That one does need to be doing pending events proper. But that comes from get keyword lens by org ID. Right. And really, I think that's just that. Almost seems like that would never match. All right, so yeah, pending events. I feel like that should be good. Yeah. So now we need to add it to the router. I think I like it. Okay, so then dude, what is all this junk? Git lens. If I wanted this stuff, I would navigate to the Git lens tab. But I think that's it. People just don't use them. So they try to surface it there. Volumes, networks, registries, images, containers. That's the Docker integration. So then, yeah, graph. Does this even make sense over here? Why would I want the graph there? Launchpad, I guess, could make sense there. Ish. Like, without these things... Ah. Oh. Yeah, without those growing to a reasonable size, like, this is a bad experience. Damn it, man. I'm really curious who's building features like this. Let me get more music going. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Wow, it's already 4:30. Where's the time go? Let me go pee real quick. Then, yeah, I can pour a whiskey or two. I do have an event to go to tonight. But yeah, the event tonight, it's just a hangout with other DevRel folks. It looks to me like there's only 5 people RSVP'd. There's 3 maybes, though. But yeah, like, dude, this is the people on this list. This is an insane list of DevRels. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm just stoked to be part of the group. Anyway, so yeah, let's pour a beverage. But yeah, what's everyone up to? Anything fun? Plans for the weekend? Who all's going on their vacation starting soon? Anyone else still have like a caveman perspective on taking time off? I know technically I work at a place that has unlimited time off, within reason, of course. But I still have the mentality that, oh, why would I use my vacation days when everyone else is on vacation? I'll save my vacation days for when I actually need a vacation, right? But if everyone else is gone, then it's a really light work week next week anyway. You know, kind of thinking. It's definitely been my approach a lot of times in the past. I need to stop thinking that way because it's unlimited PTO. If everyone else is taking time off, I might as well too. But I don't know. I figure I ask for so little, and I want to be able to take off random days like that for snowboarding, that I'm like getting leeway by not requesting it during times where it totally fucking makes sense. But I need to be better about that. Yeah, Christmas Day, yeah, vacation. The day after, I believe, is also vacation. I think New Year's Day and New Year's Eve is also vacation. So those are automatic, right? Like, I take those. But as far as like the the 3 days next week or whatever, like, or Monday, Tuesday or whatever. So from the 22nd all the way to the 5th is forced? Yeah, I don't know if we have that. Let me double check. Yeah, no, we don't have that. We just have Wednesday and Thursday next week. Technically, Friday is not a company holiday. And not next week. Or yeah, next week. And then the week after that, it's the same thing. It's like Monday, Tuesday is a work day, and then New Year's Eve and New Year's Day are off. And then that Friday, they want people back. Those are going to be really chill work days, I think. Like, what's the point of bringing people back for a Friday after 2 days off? Yeah, I get that talented, but I don't think that's actually gaming PTO. Because those are like the easiest days ever. Everyone else is already gone, you know? So if half your team's gone, there's not much you can do about it, right? Now, I guess as more of an independent dev, there's still stuff I should be doing. So, I will. You like just clocking off for a week or two? What's that like? I never do it. Like, even when I'm on vacation, I'm still, like, available, you know? But I also probably have, like, a more lax approach to how I treat time on, which is why I'm maybe stricter with how I do time off. Oh, the company would actually buy your PTO? Oh, that sounds even cooler. Like, I know they got to pay it off, like, if it's, like, at, like, days they give you kind of thing, and you quit while you still have them accrued. But, yeah, I hadn't heard the 1.5. That sounds amazing. All right, yeah, sorry, GitLens. I'm gonna post this. Hold on, I gotta make a report. Where's my VS Code? I'm just wondering if it's a bad state that I'm in or something, but man, I am really curious who thought taking up my valuable explorer space on the right is a good idea. Right? And it's like not scrollable very well. I'm losing half of my file, like, viewer because of this bullshit. Up to 25K. Damn, dude, that's fucking legit. No, that's a really cool place. I do feel like I fucked up. There was supposed to be some kind of like paid trip or something at my 1 year mark, like nationally. And there's supposed to be some, like, I guess a 3 year paid trip as well that can be international. I didn't hit anyone up for the paid trip. And Majid, what do you mean? Remove the active tabs from the side nav? No, so what I can do is I can totally remove these. But what I'm saying is, like, I want to show them how bad this is. But maybe it's not even their fault. Because I don't see it that way here. Yeah, I'm just not seeing that. So why is it that way over here? Let me update VS Code entirely. That might have been it. Like, it could have easily just been my VS Code needing an update. That was it. Okay, so wait, now GetLens needs another update. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what it was. So I'll at least report it. So yeah, I'm going to pass this on. Okay, so I at least reported that. Like, Not sure if anyone's ever seen that before. It was incredibly annoying. And now I can't reproduce it, so I can't even screenshot it. But okay. I am okay with it. As long as it wasn't something major, like, like we're deciding everything goes there now. Like, man, that would have been the worst. But, okay, hold on. Edit message. Okay. Anyway, just throwing it out there. So yeah, that's the issue. If you look at, well, hold on, let me shuffle this to the right place. If you look at the sidebar there, the get lens like chunks, right? So the inspect, the get lens icon, and even like the dev container or Docker container icon, those weren't there, and it just jammed everything into my Explorer view. It was super fucking weird. I hope to never see that bug again. And hold on. Oh, that was something I need to do. Yep, pop that back to a tab. Reorganize. Okay, so that's all we needed there. You don't think you've updated VS Code in like a year? Yeah. I like to see how far I can go with it that way too. Technically, VS Code did update. I think it was a bug VS Code pushed. And then they published like a hot fix to fix it. Did I see GitHub reverted their self-hosted runner charge? I didn't. Oh, interesting. There was that much pushback? You moved to Zed? Zed seems fine. I just don't care about my editor that much. VS Code's good enough. It's just a thing to put text into a file that I need good extension support for. And as far as I'm concerned, Zed is just lacking a lot on the extension support, like front. Now, if they could open themselves up to support V6 format extensions, then they're really onto something. And if I were them, I would make that a major fucking priority. Even if it involves a bunch of translation layers and shit for like what the APIs do and mean, it would be really fucking worth it. So if they could get extension API parity with VS Code and then just do with it what they can, that would be pretty amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just like Atom or brackets or any of the editors that came before it. I really like the idea that if I want to modify it, it's just HTML, JavaScript, CSS. So creating a plugin is very straightforward. I really like that. Yeah. That's something I've been trying to harp on at GitKraken, right? Like, sure, we're doing all this stuff and we're building all these things, but why are we not adding more like plugin support? Right? Like, yes, the moment you open up extension and plugin support, it becomes a thing you have to maintain and a lot of BS around it. But people can build extensions for you and you can see how they perform on the open market. And then you can just internalize those extensions, like how VS Code did the bracket colorizer. Like, dude, that's genius. It's like how Shopify does their extension platform. If an extension starts selling way too well, well, then yeah, we should probably just make that part of the platform. And sure, you might kill a business or two, but they made the money. They made the money they wanted. Just because they didn't get forever revenue, they can't be upset at you for it. So yeah, that's actually, in my opinion, something that GitKraken really, really, really needs to do. Open up plugin support and allow other people to create features that we've never even thought of. The first step would actually be we should probably open up an API, right? Like a good public API that people still need an account to access, right? And then the moment we've done that, it becomes very simple for people to build their own things into VS Code in like a focused manner. They could build them into other editors, and we don't need to maintain those ourselves. We've been wanting to do JetBrains for ages. If we had an open API, someone else could build it for us. Problem solved. So I don't know. This is one of those things I've harped on for a long time, and it's just never seeming like it's a priority on the roadmap. But man, I really do think like an open API would be super valuable, right? Yeah, you can end up hiring the folks that are super successful with a plugin or asset, right? Boom. Yeah, like an aqua hire kind of thing. Man, like we are really kind of blowing it by not doing so, but I don't have any say into that. Portal 1 was made using assets from Half-Life? I didn't know that. That kind of makes sense, but yeah. Huh. Mod was made and Valve hired the mod creators and gave them all the money. Yeah. No, it's smart. I think it's really smart. All right. So I just pasted it to like the two big channels. But yeah, like there's only so many things you can harp on before it feels like yelling into the void. And it causes a bit of burnout when it feels like no one's listening. But yeah, anyway, let's continue doing this part. I know, I get distracted. All right, let's pour another one of these. This will probably be the last one until I like get out to someplace. What should I go get for dinner, right? I'm going to be like out and about tonight to go to a thing at a brewery, which means I'll be leaving the house, which is rare for me. What kind of cuisine should I go eat? I'm only going to Bellevue, so pizza place is out of the question. And honestly, pizza's easy enough. I haven't had good Mexican food in a while. I haven't had good Thai food in a while. Ramen, always an option. I'm not going to be going to the Seattle ramen spot. If I have a great pizzeria and they don't deliver, it would be good. No, so like the only pizza place that I like here in Seattle so far is Big Mario's, and they don't have an East Side location. Going into Seattle for pizza just isn't worth it. Unless I was trying to just like go out and party tonight. But I need to get back home and record some bullshit. You know, coworker wants me to record a TikTok. The TikTok will be there's like a trend going around of like I've got my beverages for each thing. I got one for blah blah blah, one for blah blah blah, and another for blah blah blah, and it's just someone at a desk like sipping from different containers. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do two different versions, right? Actually, let's brainstorm that a bit. Let me get more music going first. Let's give this album a try. I don't know if it's any good. But yeah, so it's like version 1 is I got my beverages for you wish my TikToks were on YouTube Shorts? The music tonight's rather good. I mean, so I'm mixing it up and playing this artist, The Abyss, that we haven't played for a while. I mean, I feel like it's always pretty good. But yeah, maybe you just haven't heard these artists before. Because if you go to my Bandcamp, right, if we go to playlist, that is all the synthwave I got. There's some stuff like at the top that's maybe not synthwave, and I should hide those or something, but they're good albums, so I leave them. But yeah, I've got like 150 plus albums to choose from any day of the week that I've paid for that I believe is then somewhat fair use here on stream, right? But yeah, like go peruse that list. You're going to find stuff that I haven't played in fucking ages because it's too much, and I do have like some favorites that I tend to just play anyway, you know. Like we haven't heard Synthwave Belongs in a Museum yet today. We could do it after this album. But real quick, so let's say this is Markdown. And what's up, X Factor? Ooh, all that stuff in the title, or in the today command, is actually done. We knocked that out. The thing we want to do next is updating the last run date. And that one will be easy. We created the stuff, but I wanted to get some like thought churning real quick because there's a TikTok to make thing I got to do, right? So I got my beverages for daily stand-up, Red Bull, code review, coffee, meetings, water, right? Something like that. Right, so we could do just like the 3. And then so yeah, hold on. Right, we do the same thing and then sprint planning, Flask. Right? So like I do all the others and then, oh, sprint planning. I forgot there was actually booze in there still. Right? But that could be the move. I've got a few of them. This one's good. This one's from Rome Snowboarding, right? The brand I used to like ride for, sponsored, all that. It had this like rubberized coating on the outside that is actually just pure fucking garbage. So I need to scrub that off. Yeah, sprint planning, quarterly planning, all hands meetings. Yeah. The quarterly planning, what is that? Those are there's a name. OKRs. Right? All hands, Flask. AM or PM? No, that's not even it. So there's like the funny version. Right? So then I just go through this list. OKR planning. Sprint planning. Retros. Right? It starts tasting good. Right? All hands, HR one-on-one. The bugs that are blocking release. Ooh, so those are like, that's when you're in like a release-based environment instead of like continuous delivery. I think that's tough. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been in those meetings because I've always done continuous delivery, like when I'm working. War room, no alcohol. It's the war room. Yeah, tell that to Pete Hegseth. Good luck. Hold on, sorry. Damn, this is crunchy. This song's solid, huh? You're referring to Tech War Room. Never had the Dev War Room experience, not end of days level. Yeah, me either. Yeah. I went a little. Yeah. You thought I said no raging tonight? I'm not raging. Dude, this is just beverage number 2. Oh, this song is raging. Yeah, you're not wrong there. I just meant like I'm not gonna fly with the seabirds or whatever. Ethan, you out there? That was totally a fucking Grandma's Boy reference. Ethan was mentioning that he just watched Grandma's Boy for the first time within the past like week or so. Rage? Yeah. Like like what you were saying, like fly with the seabirds and shit. Oh yes, then rage it up. The game they were making in the movie, the developers are talking about remaking it and launching it. Really? I think it's tricky because they were like really fuzzy about like the scope of the game, right? So in the game, there's like levels that they're talking about, right? And then at the end, they're like, well, we're going to put you guys against each other fighting or something. Right? And it's like, well, wait, how does that work? But maybe it ends up being like Dark Souls, right? Where you can like duel people in Dark Souls kind of thing. Or whatever, right? Elden Ring. You know what I mean? I could see that being interesting. So yeah, like if it took on like an Elden Ring kind of vibe, right? You wouldn't actually have levels anymore. You'd have areas or maps. Like, I don't know. Sorry. Alan, whatever his name is his name actually Alan? I feel like they named him that just like because it was easier. Oh, so there were devs building a game and then it failed. Oh, very interesting. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And yeah, I forget what this guy's name is, right? The main character guy. He's awesome though. I just love the fact Alan Covert. That's his actual name. Oh, okay, yeah. Alan, you say? What's this clip? Okay, anyway. Sorry. Let's get more music going. I can't believe. Oh, no. The album's not done. It just has like 45 seconds of silence at the end. What the fuck, dude? How dare they? Dinner time? Ooh, no. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight, so I do need help there because I'm going out to a DevRel meetup. There's only 5 people RSVP'd, which means 3 people are gonna show up, and none of the people I actually know. So it's gonna be hard for me to actually find them at this brewery. But yeah, tacos. I'll have to drive somewhere for tacos, but that's actually kind of what I was thinking. Just because I don't make a good carne asada here at home. I haven't been satisfied with my carne asada in a long time, but I do make really good chicken tacos. Because the seasoning for chicken tacos is really simple. It's just onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, and paprika. And you're done. And it becomes the, man, what smells so good seasoning. Wait, cancel. If you want to try hard it, use fresh onion and garlic. Basically, mirepoix. Ooh, fancy. All right. Oh, Bonko, that's just the thing, right? Like, even if it doesn't call for garlic, you add garlic, and that's just like chef secret 101. Okay, sorry. Just work. All right, so I'm doing a third. So sue me. You recently bought a new tool for faster crushed garlic. It rocks like a rocking chair and is way faster than fine chopping. It's it's massive attack on multiple heads of garlic. Massive attack, you say? Damn, what's that one amazing Massive Attack song? We're gonna play it because I love that fucking song. What's the one where he's like running from the fucking the people? Is it Teardrop? Is that the one where he's running from the group of crazed people? No, Angel. Oh, it's Angel. That's the one where he's running. I just thought of that music video when you said it. So, real quick, it does seem like a public API is not too far outside the realm of possibility. And yeah, I thought Tricky was a part of Massive Attack. Is he not? I thought that was a thing. Oh god, this song's so good when it hits in the movie Snatch. I like these kind of down-tempo songs because they have a lot of power to them, you know? There's a lot of stuff you can do with a down-tempo song like this. Dude, it's always funny to me, like the posts that Twitter will promote. And it's really like totally based on like who you're tagging and shit. But man, there's a post from this person who tagged Theo, Infinite Red, T3.chat, and Jamin Holmgren all together. It got 40,000 views, but it only got 40 likes. Meanwhile, I can do a tweet that 3,000 people see and it gets like 100 likes. Like, what the fuck is up with that, dude? I just really, truly, fundamentally think that the algorithm on Twitter is not favoring me because I've been critical of Elon. You have a long link. People tag just to tap in, but it's shit post. No, this is a solid post. Like, honestly, shouting out that Infinite Red is doing this, I don't think anyone else shouted it out for him. So that's actually, like, valid. I think it's not necessarily a shit post. Right? Like, I think it's valid. It's not necessarily a shit post. But yeah, like, tagging multiple people is a really easy way to get a lot of fucking views, which I find interesting, as long as you're not like linking out. Otherwise the algorithm like really fucks you there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. You don't take Twitter too seriously? No, it's just one of those things. Like, I'm a content creator. I have to think about that shit. If you're just a dev, like, nah, who gives a shit? And when I say just a dev, it doesn't mean it's actually like lower or some shit. It just means it's a different thing, you know? Like, it's a different focus. As a content creator, come on, what the fuck, man? I haven't gone viral for fucking ages, even though I've definitely had posts that seem viral worthy. Like, it's at the point where I get more engagement on fucking Blue Sky than I do on Twitter. That's fucking weird, because Blue Sky doesn't have an algorithm. So even the people that follow me, Twitter is not showing it to those people enough. Which is fucking weird, dude. Like, there's gotta be some fucking underhanded bullshit because of it, you know? Like, my guess is they're trying to get me to, like, spend money on it, right? All right, so here we go. We got this song. I want to play the original, so we're going to listen to this. Yeah, exactly, Code Girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, I post to Twitter like every other day, but you don't see my shit very often. Should I be doing daily posts? I don't know if that would help, but yeah, I don't know. Twitter is fucking me because Elon's a fucking asshole. And I wonder, like, has he seen the stream? Did he just add me to, like, the block list? Yeah, same with Kevin's posts. I rarely see Kevin's posts as well. Yeah, for sure. It's fucking weird, man. Like, in general, dude, Prime would like my shit if he saw it, because he's a dude. There are plenty of other people that would like it if they saw it. I'm almost certain that Trash Dev and a bunch of those people are the same way. But they just don't get shown my posts. So then how can they like actually like them? They can't. No, I get it there, Bongo. We're talking about Kevin Naughton. He's got a major YouTube channel. Like, he's big time on YouTube, right? He's like 10 years ago big time on YouTube, and he's been coasting ever since. But he's still really good at what he does. And he's just one of the coolest dudes. Exactly, Code Girl. Yeah. It's been a while since we've seen him here in this stream, and that's fine. He's super fucking cool. I'm surprised you haven't met him yet. I was able to meet him at the first rooftop party. But did you not make it into that first rooftop party? I don't think he was there this year. He was there last year. Until TwitchCon last year? Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. He was at the rooftop party at TwitchCon last year. You should have met him. He wasn't there this year, as far as I know. I didn't see him, at least. Oh, so you didn't know him last year. Okay. Now, I get that. That makes sense. All right, some more Massive Attack. Hold on. I want to hear the covers of that last song. You had forgotten how to spell that last name. Naughton. N-A-U-G-H-T-O-N. But yeah, as I'm saying it, maybe isn't obvious, but I've seen it before and I can never forget it now. But Aurora. Ooh, Aurora has a cover. We see Newton Faulkner has a cover. There's actually like two specific covers I want to hear. Yeah, Jose Gonzalez's is the big one. But I believe, hold on, Teardrop cover and Elbow, I believe they did a cover too. Yes. So let's hear the Elbow version. I'm actually bummed I missed Elbow because I think I was out of town. And they're definitely getting old enough that you should watch every Elbow show you can at this point because they're going to stop doing them. It goes well, Alan. How are you? Right? Like, this is solid. I feel like I heard a different Elbow cover. But I like this guy's singing voice, too. So, like, nah, he nails it. Elbow is a band I really want to see in concert. Like, some people would be, like, doing them a disservice by thinking they're just fucking Coldplay light. Nah, they're better than Coldplay. They're actually way better than Coldplay. And, like, some of their songs are so fucking good. I haven't heard a thing I've said that phrase about for a Coldplay song. Doesn't exist. Doesn't happen. Yellow? Fuck Yellow. Like, dude. Ugh. No, thank you. Ugh. Now, I fucking hate Coldplay, actually. Like, dude. Ugh. Ballless, soulless. Like, listen to us because we drink Coke type music, right? And I was referencing Bill Hicks with that reference, but just, come on, man. Ballless, soulless, awful music, in my opinion. I really do not like that Coldplay Yellow song. I don't mean the band Yellow. I mean the song Yellow. And it was all yellow, too. Like, dude, that song fucking sucks. That song's awful. Dude, I can't think of a single good Coldplay song. I'm sure one exists, but I'm not going to listen to their fucking discography to find it. Hell no. Hell no. That was the song that they got big on. Dude, that was the song that they made it on back in like 2001, 2002. You know how I know? Because it was playing on the same fucking like repeat electronics like loop at Target along with One Arm Scissor and oh shit, what's the oh shit, like the Alien Ant Farm cover of Michael Jackson, right? Annie, Are You Okay? That song killed it. And there was another one, it was Salt, Sweat, Sugar on the Asphalt, right? That one by Jimmy Eat World. I forget the name of it though, right? Dude, those three songs were actually like back to back as far as I remember it. So I would actually time up going to the electronics department for that shit. Oh no. Is this shit crashing? Please don't crash my stream. Please don't crash my stream. All right, no, we're good. We're good. Woo! You never know when a YouTube tab starts lagging, please don't crash my stream. Yeah, exactly, Alan. That song fucking sucks. Yeah, there's a reason you didn't remember it. You like The Scientist, but mostly because it's in the movie The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and they played it on Tesla coils. And that's a Coldplay song? Viva La Vida? Livin' La Vida Loca. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm not sure Fezzik. I guess I don't know that one. And I'm sure I don't remember Viva La Vida either. But I would say Livin' La Vida Loca did it better. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Test me on that one. Shit. All right, so real quick, Jose Gonzalez covers Teardrop. This is actually my favorite rendition of this entire song. Just because Jose Gonzalez can barely sing, don't hold him against him. Like, he's an amazing guitarist. And it makes up for it. He's still hitting notes that I can't hit. But all right, am I doing another drink? I'm doing another drink. Fuck it. If I decide not to go out, that's a decision I will happily make. But it's a very, like, close drive, too. No, it's actually a group of people I don't want to, like, you know, blow it in front of. No, it's a bunch of, like, people in the DevRel community. But, it, like, when I say a bunch of, only 5 people have actually RSVP'd. So there's going to be 3 people I'm going to actually chat with. I'm not saying I'm staying instead, because I don't have to finish the beverage I just poured. But I want something to sip on. And honestly, I could just take a fucking Uber and get there too. And it's a cheap fucking Uber to where we're going. So it's not a big deal. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to this event. Technically, it starts in 15 minutes. I'm going to show up a half hour late. You know, I'm only human. He is saying feathers on my breath, and it's fearless on my breath as the lyric. So yeah, like even Jose Gonzalez is a victim to some fucked up shit. You know, like just some, yeah, artistic license. I blame the original song for not being that clear. Just saying. It's a solid song, right? We got another one from Newton Faulkner. We'll give it a shot. I haven't heard this one before. He's super fucking quiet. I know, fucking CD cover lyrics and you're done, right? Like, why did we stop doing that? Oh, he's one of those fucking, like, acoustic tappers. Show me this dude's fingernails. That's how I'll know if he's a real proper finger picker. No, the project does not use scraping. So, Gabagool, sorry, I apologize if that was an offensive way to do that. But no, we're not using scraping. We're using available APIs. So, Blue Sky allows us to listen to every single message that comes through it. I know it was the Gabagool too much. I apologize. My bad. Gabagoo. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why your name prompted that from me, right? All right. So my bad. But yeah, so the Blue Sky Fire Hose is something we can just listen to for free. Like totally for free. There's the RSS feed from Lobsters, which is close to scraping, but I don't think it's the same thing. And then there is a wrapper around Hacker News that Algolia is operating. And we rely upon their indexing of Algolia to just like grab the latest stuff. So it's close to scraping, but it's not the same thing, right? We're using fully available APIs that we are not violating any kind of TOS for. So that's the current reason why we're not doing Reddit or other shit. We're not doing Twitter. Yeah, none of these are from Twitter because to do Twitter costs way too much fucking money. And it's just money that I do not have. But yeah, we're at the point. That was a solid cover. We'll hear Aurora's version of it. And you know what? Oh. Oh. This is from 8 years ago. And that's why Aurora looks so young. Got it. Okay. The fact that she's playing the keys is actually really fucking cool. And is that the Coppinger as part of her band right now as the percussionist? I feel like that's the Coppinger. Oh, it's super loud right now. Hold on. That was super loud, sorry. No, this cover is really fucking good. God damn it, Aurora. Why do you gotta be such a good musician? So this is the video. It was a good loudness, I know. It was a good volume if I wasn't trying to talk over it, right? But what's up, GJ? How you doing, Sergeant Pepper? Why do you know Aurora? She's done a bunch of really good shit. She's really good. She's got the terrible bangs that it looks like she cut herself. Hold on, wait, we even have an emote. That's her. That's her. She's staring into our soul and absorbing it. Like, dude. Yeah. That's probably it. But also with the bangs that it looks like she cut herself. She did get somewhat famous recently over some stuff that she's done. And yeah, she's killing it. It's actually cool seeing her grow up as an artist. Like, she's got to be in her 30s by now, right? I hope. Now, she's really good at what she does. Like, she kills it. Back to work. Yeah, no worries. We're about to wrap up here, too. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Fezzik. We'll be back here tomorrow. Same Chris time, same Chris channel. Yeah, no, this is a really good cover. I hadn't heard this cover yet. So, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, have a good night. This is probably a good point. Am I going to get any coding work done in the next 20 minutes? No. Am I logging off early? Yes, because I have an event to go to. It's a meetup event for DevRel people. Bjork is from Iceland. Yeah, Bjork is great. Yeah. That song, shit. I mean, we'll just play it. What's that one? Oh, what's that one? It's so, like, good and crunchy. Bjork videos. What's that one? It's got that, like, like, dude, the bass line is so fucking good. Is it Human Behavior? I don't think it's Human Behavior. No, it's like Army of Me. That's it. Army of Me. In my opinion, that is the best Bjork song. It's a solid music video, too. But yeah, no, so I got a thing to go to. I'll probably be back early enough for some gaming tonight, but I do got to, like, record some video bullshit for TikTok and YouTube shorts or whatever. But tomorrow, I don't think anyone's going to be asking anything of me. So tomorrow we can do, like, a long day. I'm pretty sure. If I look at meetings I got, no meetings after 10:30 a.m. What's the L? That is lobsters. Can we just recognize that Bjork is like the original Manic Pixie Dream Girl? Isn't she the original? Name an earlier version. I mean, I'm just saying, I did say it without thinking about it, so now you get to disprove it. That's your job. I can't even think of one from the 80s, okay? She does go way back. Have you ever seen that like original concert where she wasn't even known and she's just doing like punk things at a non-punk concert? Dude, yeah, she was destined for greatness. All right, so who are we gonna go raid? Who's actually streaming right now? I know, fucking bullshit. It's like this asshole isn't even looking. Oh, could we go raid the Code Drift? I bet we can. Nico of Velvet Underground? Maybe. I guess I don't know enough. I don't know what Nico even looks like. We're going to go raid Nahamsek because he's doing his NahamCon. Oh, no, he's offline. I didn't refresh the page. God damn it. Who's actually live? Oh. There's really not that many people live right now. Very few people actually doing, like, software dev. Most of it gaming. I think we go raid the Code Drift. Oh, he's got the fucking googly eyes on his hat. That's fucking dope. All right, so we're going to go raid the Code Drift, and he's awesome. If you raid someone else, well, deal with it. Take it easy, ACM. Honestly, just be cool, man. It's not about doing the margarita emote. It's about doing it at the right time. And timing is more important than content in a lot of cases. So ACM, I would just appreciate if you could understand when certain comments are the right timing. That's on you. I'll just be honest. I did consider muting you at some point. Or at least ignoring you from, like, Stream Parrot stuff. I don't want to do that. Instead, I'd rather you just be cool, you know? But anyway, let's go hang out with Jacob over on the Code Drift. I'll see you guys soon. Later. That means YouTube.